Alright, it's time to talk. So, I played a lot of Nuketown. I played a lot, got Prestige, at least one. And overall, after playing this game for a decent amount, honestly, is it worth the Prestige? And really worth all the time I put in so far? For multiplayer, no. The campaign, 30% yes, 70% no, because the campaign was 30% good and 70% bad. Zombies, was okay. But overall, I'm just not a big fan of this one. It's like, I know a lot of people say this game is good. At the state of it now, and I don't think they're going to change it, it's not good. It's pretty bad. I mean, a lot of people went back to the old one and played it. I haven't even played much of the... So far, this is the second day of the double XP. I didn't play much of it because, honestly, I'm not enjoying it. Like, even though I won a few matches, because it's so sweaty and all that, the wins don't feel like wins. They just feel like, thank God the match is over, please get me out of here. And now there's major, we still got the major problems with like servers and all that, but there's a perk setup, especially with the blue ones. I mean, if you miss the blue and the green, yeah, it's whatever, but the blue ones that if you use all blue and then get the recon card, it's just ridiculous. That should not be in the game, because especially because every time it's either gotta be nerfed or just not in the game, because literally every time you die when you have recon, you'll spawn and you'll see everyone, not even one, you'll see everyone through walls knowing where they are, and then once it disappears you can just track them down. Which, I mean, I guess the good thing about that is if like some of the people are camping like areas, you could prevent camping, but it's just annoying because if people are not camping and they're moving and they literally don't want to get eliminated, they gotta keep moving, but you can just flank them because you know what kind of direction they're facing already. And the problem about that is too, it makes sometimes you can't really avoid it. People would try to avoid it, maybe like you can't really avoid because you don't know if they have recon, and I mean you're getting your whole enemy team and your team is getting detected because they see it every time they die, and it's not even the person that killed them, it's just every single one of them. So it's like you have advantage of knowing where they are and calling. If you look really quick and call every single one out, your team, you can just take them out, and it's ridiculous. So in my opinion, that's either got to be removed from the game, or because since it's a, you know, it's a perk build, it's a setup, just nerf it or something. So make it where you don't see everyone. Make it see it the person that you can. So like a revenge perk. So if someone kills you, when you respawn, you see them only, not the rest, not the whole team, because the whole team didn't do anything except one person killed you, and then for some reason you see all the other enemies, so you could just track them down. Or you can make it, you can keep it the way it is, but it activates every 4 deaths, so you have to die 4 times and then it activates. Something like that. Which, that kind of deals with that, but in my opinion, just to make it easily deal with it, it's just to get rid of that recon. Or switch it out with something else. But probably nerfing it would be the best bet. But the next thing would be, I know I say this a few times, the servers can't handle the movement. Like all the movement where you're sliding and all that, the shooting, it can't handle it because the guns are not picking up. Like guns, if they take 5 bullets, they're supposed to kill the person in 5 bullets. But since the server can't keep up, it takes like 2 extra shots for the gun that's supposed to shoot 5 bullets, and if you hit every single bullet, it would kill someone, but it doesn't. So they would have to. I think it's time because right now they're running at 20 tick service rate, and that is really low. I mean, like Fortnite runs I think 30. A lot of games run at 60. Valorant runs at 100. So I think because, like I said, they made a lot. They made a lot of money from this game at launch. I mean, a lot of people bought it, and remember, it's Activision and Microsoft. So they could probably upgrade the servers, and I think it's time to upgrade the servers because it's just annoying because we shouldn't have 20 tick rate for this game. This game's been out for so long, like all different versions. So, and if they're using the same server, just upgrade your server, and then it'll run a little better at least. And now the maps are just annoying too because it's not. I don't think it's because the maps are just the respawner that's messed up, but it's not just the maps are messed up. It's because it seems like even a lot of people are saying the Omni movement where we were sliding around doing all this, the diving and everything. It seems like it was added last and not when they were testing maps, so it kind of messed up. So it doesn't, like, the movement is chunky and it doesn't feel right on the maps. So I mean, none of these maps even feel right, even if that's not the case either, because if you play a map and most of the time, literally every time, I haven't really seen anyone pick a map. They always pick random because they don't want the two that are selected. And they just hope for something that's, I mean, all maps they're really just bad, but there's some that are okay and they're standable. Like you could stand them, but you still don't really care for them. That's why they pick random instead of seeing the two maps that you could select. And then when it goes I don't know. The weapon play is, the guns feel good, at least. The guns do feel good. The problem is that most of the Call of Duty games are also just keep reusing stuff because, for example, when they take away prestige system and then they re-put it back in, if that's the case, you should have just, because everyone liked the classic one, which the classic one's back, that's what we have now. They should have just kept the classic one and then not took it away, but because they want you to buy the next Call of Duty, they take it away, or they take the features a lot of people like away, and then they will bring them back into the new one, so of course the people would play it. So, which is definitely annoying. Because like I said, if most of the times, if they just fix like the servers, like they upgrade it and fix all their maps and everything, and 4 years, focus on this game, because this definitely doesn't feel like 4 years of focus. If they didn't make, like tons of games, like we have so many Call of Duties, if they didn't make tons of those, they didn't make Warzone, we just sticked with like one Call of Duty game and just made it a bunch of DLC, expansion packs, and all that, we would have had one game that could have lasted for a long time. It probably would have been more polished and more well done. For example, like Payday 2, before 3 came out, it took like 10 years or 8 years before Payday 3 came out, because Payday 2 kept their content going, polishing the game, and everyone liked to play in it. And even when the third one came out, they stayed playing the second one because it was so polished and with so much content. If Call of Duty just did that and didn't make all these games, they could have probably just had one game, and they could have kept it running for years. But instead, they decided to take stuff away, re-add it, put new stuff in, and all that. And now we got this one, which everyone was excited for, and then it just became a disappointment. They should have just, over the years, they should have probably just stick to one Call of Duty when it first came out, added all the stuff to that, never add Warzone, and never had the other Call of Duties. And then this game would probably been more polished. But right now, This game, even if you win, the skill matchmaking is terrible. And even when you play it and you win, it still feels like you didn't win. It feels like you're like, thank God, this game's over. I want to leave. And it's just not as good. And even Nuketown here, it just doesn't play right. Everyone was like, this is going to help the game. No, it didn't. This game is just bad. Well, overall, I prestiged 1. I don't think I'm going to continue prestiging during this event. Even though it's double XP, I'm just not enjoying it. But until next time, peace out.